What's up, car fans? It's been a crazy week in the world of cars. We got loads to get through today. We've got interesting cars for sale on the internet, Mark III update, what you spotting, and of course the super duper car competition, which will be at the end of this episode. So please stay tuned to the end and take part in that one. But we're going to kick things off today with interesting cars for sale on the internet. So this is all from week commencing 31st of May and rolling through. And we kick things off with this, very unusual Honda Civic CRX. It's a 1989 model. Found this on eBay. It's up for £7,995. So basically £8,000. It's a 1.6 and it's done 3,000 miles. Now, I think that's on a reconditioned engine. Reading through the advert, no problem, 3,000 miles, very low. But what makes this weird and wonderful and of course interesting is the paint job on this thing. It's a custom paint job and apparently a Ayrton Senna tribute. Weird and wonderful. And yeah, that was first spot on the internet. That one was on eBay. And of course, the second one that we roll into now was found on eBay as well. I think all of them this week were on eBay. But this one caught my eye. This is a 1988 Ford Fiesta Popular. All right, so it's only the 1 litre model. It's a base model, very basic. But this thing only had 28,000 miles on it. 28,000 miles since 1988. So get your head around that. That's absolutely insane. And what I loved about it was the originality of the thing. It said it hadn't been painted or touched in any way, and you know, who's not to believe that? And it looks absolutely like you would have seen. I remember seeing these things all over the place, and it just triggers loads of memories. It's absolutely awesome. It's up for £5,000. Now, is that reasonable? Do you think that's reasonable for a totally original, unmolested Ford Fiesta 1 litre? It's not an XR2 or anything too fancy, but is that there? I mean, it's an interesting thought. Is that value right for that type of car, these original cars? Even in the ad, it said it still smells of the 80s, which I love. So yeah, that was an interesting find that I came across. So next up, what do we have? Yeah, so this one, 1991 Renault 19 Phase 1 16 valve. Now, this one, again, I have a bit of an attachment to them. I like the look of them. I had a race with one once and I beat it in my Ford Sierra 1.8. And I just think they're cool looking things, and you never see them anymore. You absolutely never see them anymore. So what are the stats? It was on eBay. It was bidding. It was up to £3,300 on bidding. 148,000 miles, to be expected of a car that year. A bit rough around the edge. It'll be interesting to see what that goes for. I'll keep an eye on it, and perhaps in the next video we'll see what that went for. But yeah, something unusual, something you don't see too much anymore, and these things look really cool, and these retro French cars are always super popular. So yeah, those were my interesting cars for sale that I found on the internet this week. Pretty cool ones, pretty interesting ones, and I'll do the same next week, so stay tuned for that. But we are going to roll into the next section now, all right? Yep, that's right. It's one of my favourite parts of the show, where we play What You Spotting. That is where I go out and about and share with you some of the car spots that I see on the side of the road, driving past, people driveways, here, there, everywhere, wherever I can find them. I will try and snap them and share them with you guys, because we all love a cheeky bit of car spotting. So first up was this super duper Vauxhall Nova 1.3 SR. It was an SR model, the one to have. Really, really good condition, the snowplow front bumper. And I absolutely loved it. I used to hate them, really. They used to be everywhere at one point, absolutely everywhere. Everyone had one, and they were, you know, it was frustrating when you saw one. And now they are few and far between. And yeah, I've grown fond of them. Absolutely love them. And this was nice to spot. So that was first spot this week. And second spot was a little one. Literally, it was a Mini. So this thing caught my eye. It was sitting there tucked away. When you see these classic Minis compared to modern cars, wow, the size difference is incredible. Okay, so pretty intimidating to be driving one of these around. But this thing, it was rough around the edges, but it just looks so honest. It looked happy just sitting where it was. And it was a Sprite, I do believe. It just looked really cool, really of that era, and I loved it. And that was a cheeky little spot. So that was what you spotting. If you guys spot anything out and about, please share it with everyone in the comments below, and we'll try and mention a few in the next video. So let's roll into the next bit. Okay, so here we have it. We go into media news. So as from last episode, that is my catchy intro for media news. Really catchy, right? It's just where we take a bit of time to brush over some stuff that's appeared across social media, where it be Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, places like that. We like to keep up to date with anything car related that's happening. So first off, that caught my eye this week, that cropped up on my Facebook feed, was a Citroen AX. I don't think it was a GT, but it caught my eye because it's a bit of car art. Let's make that a word. Yeah, it's very interesting and something very humbling and somber about seeing a car in this sort of state where it's just been left. It makes you think about the memories and the people that have perhaps had enjoyment out of that car, and now Mother Nature is just taking it over, and this is just something even quite chilling about it. I don't know. Might be me, but it just looks really cool. Next up, Adam C News. Like I mentioned before, I love watching Adam C videos. I think he's a really cool car-based YouTuber. Please go check him out. He's been slamming out loads of videos because the car shows are back on. I think he's done three so far this week. Yeah, I can count. My favourite was he'd done joined in a photo shoot for a promo video for an event that's happening at Nebworth House on the 18th and 19th of September, when I do believe Richard Rawlings from Gas Monkey are coming over and things, and they did a bit of a promo shoot down at Nebworth House. He's cruising with a Bugatti Chiron. That's a really good watch. If it's only like 12-15 minutes, give that a watch. That's a good one. And I will be attending that show, so I've got my ticket. You guys get your tickets. If you see me, give me a holler, and that should be a good event. So that was some Adam C bits. Next up, the Mighty Car Mod stuff. They did post a new video this week. It was about Super Gramps making that track focus car, because that is Marty's daily at the moment. His WRX blew up, and then he tracked Super Gramps, which is a Subaru Liberty, they call it. I think we'd had the equivalent of a Legacy over here. But that's a good watch. That's quite cool. And then on the flip side of that, they do their other show, the Unicorn Circuit. They've pumped out an episode of that. It's been a long time. That's always a good watch, just something to sit through. That's just them two just chatting stuff like I do, really. But obviously 10 times better, a million times better. But that's a good watch as well. So check out the Mighty Car Mods video this week and the Unicorn Circuit video there. Okay, so yeah, that was media news, and we're going to roll into Mark III update next. So let's check on that. Yep, it is Mark III update. Beep, 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 beep. Yep, I bore everyone with this one, talking about my hunt for the unicorn, my search for the Vauxhall Astra Mark III 3-door. Again, there'll be a video soon of the history behind why I want one. But yeah, bottom line is, this week there's not been too much, unsurprisingly, on the Mark III update. There is a automatic blue one on Auto Trader at the moment. I've kept my eye on it because it started off at £2,000. It's dropped down, all the way down to £800. Says it's mint condition in the advert. It's not. There's a dent in the boot lid, which I can clearly see, and I questioned them about it. I've been messaging them a little bit. Didn't want an auto. I want a manual, but at that sort of price, won't mind taking on an auto and doing a manual conversion. I still would rather not, so I'm sort of dragging my feet on that one, seeing what's happening. In the meantime, I have put a request out on Instagram. I'm always trying Facebook, so I'm going to try a different approach and try Instagram. It's not what I usually post on Instagram, but that's what I've done on there. See if I get anything. I've even tagged Mike Brewer in it to try and get a bit of help from there. I don't know, it's crazy. But you never know. So I'm just sort of putting the feelers out there and we'll see what happens. But that is what's been happening on the Mark 3 update this week. And we'll check in next week and fingers crossed I might have one. All right, let's roll into the final bit. So competition time. That's right, it is competition time. It is Guess the Car. Okay, so last week I stuck up this picture, okay, for you guys to have a guess of what car you thought that was a close-up of. Now, guess how many people took part in that one? 0. No one took part, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame. I was hoping it would trigger some people to get involved and have a bit of fun on this competition. But maybe this time around, okay, I'm going to persevere with it all. But that car, or this car, is or was a Ford Escort Cosworth. Of course it was. You can see the spoiler. I made it a little bit easy trying to get you guys involved, but maybe this time around you will. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys another zoomed in picture of a car, okay, and give you an opportunity to guess what it is. See if you really know your cars. So, first person to comment with the correct answer on the YouTube comments, or we're going to do Instagram as well. Okay, so I didn't do that last week. So I'm going to throw this same question out to the Instagram fans and see if they can give up. And whoever gets it, whichever media channel it's on, we're going to go bam, screenshot, slap them up on the screen right up here somewhere, and just give them a really big shout out and a big thank you for taking part. It's just purely for fun and to see if you lot really know your cars and if you are true car fans. So please get involved, like and subscribe, all the good stuff, and we'll catch you next week. What was that?